Jerry had always been known as clever, fast, and one step ahead, but that day something changed. For the first time, Jerry didn't just outsmart Tom, he betrayed him. It started like any ordinary chase inside the house. Tom sprinting through hallways, Spike barking orders from the yard, and Jerry darting between furniture with his usual smug confidence. But when Spike accidentally cornered Jerry near the kitchen, Jerry made a decision that crossed a line. Instead of escaping alone, he deliberately pushed a shelf that collapsed onto Spike's tail, then pointed the blame at Tom. Spike roared in pain and rage, turning instantly toward Tom. Tom tried to explain, tried to point at Jerry, but Jerry was already gone, laughing silently from the shadows. That laugh echoed longer than usual. This wasn't survival. This was betrayal. Tom paid the price, taking Spike's full fury, getting tossed out of the house and banned from the yard. Jerry watched from a crack in the wall, confident he had won. What Jerry didn't realize was that betrayal doesn't end a story. It starts a new one. For the first time ever, Tom wasn't chasing Jerry out of habit. He was hurt, and somewhere outside, Spike began to question what really happened. The seed of revenge was planted, quietly, dangerously, and together. That night, the yard was silent. Spike sat alone under the moonlight, replaying the moment again and again in his head. Something felt off. Jerry had escaped too easily. Tom, for all his clumsiness, had never been cowardly. Meanwhile, Tom sat outside the fence, bruised and angry, staring back at the house he'd been thrown out of. That's when Spike noticed something unusual. Jerry sneaking past, humming happily, completely unbothered by the chaos he had caused. Spike's eyes narrowed. The truth clicked. Without a word, Spike approached Tom. There was tension in the air. Enemies by habit, rivals by history. But this time, Spike didn't raise his fist. He lowered his voice. Slowly, carefully, they pieced it together. Jerry had played them both. For the first time ever, Tom and Spike were on the same side of the truth. And once that truth settled in, anger followed. Calm, focused, and dangerous. They didn't shake hands. They didn't smile. They simply nodded. This wasn't about friendship. This was about justice. Jerry had crossed a line that neither of them could ignore. Together, they planned. Not recklessly, not emotionally, but intelligently. Jerry was fast. Jerry was smart. But Jerry had never faced unity. And unity changes everything. By sunrise, Tom and Spike weren't rivals anymore. They were partners. And Jerry had no idea what was coming. Jerry woke up confident. Too confident. He strutted across the kitchen floor, celebrating what he believed was his greatest victory yet. Tom humiliated, Spike distracted, and himself untouchable. What he didn't notice were the details. The silence, the absence of chaos, the way the house felt different. Tom and Spike were already in position. Spike blocked the exits from the yard, while Tom controlled the interior paths. This wasn't a chase. It was a hunt. Jerry realized something was wrong when his usual escape routes failed him. Doors closed faster. Shadows moved smarter. For the first time, Jerry felt pressure. Tom didn't rush. Spike didn't bark. They waited. When Jerry finally spotted them standing side by side, his smile faded. This wasn't supposed to happen. He tried his tricks, distractions, fake injuries, dramatic screams, but nothing worked. Tom and Spike had learned. Every move Jerry made pushed him deeper into the trap. The tables had turned. The mouse, who thrived on chaos, was now facing something far more dangerous. Coordination. As Jerry scrambled, fear replaced arrogance. He wasn't being chased for fun anymore. This was the consequence. The house itself seemed to close in on him, echoing every mistake he had made. Betrayal had given him a short victory, but it had also awakened a force he never expected. Cornered at last, Jerry stood frozen. Tom and Spike approached slowly, not with rage, but with certainty. Jerry expected punishment, pain, humiliation. Instead, he got silent. Spike broke it first, growling softly, reminding Jerry of the pain he caused. Tom followed, pointing to the door he was thrown out of, the trust that was broken. For the first time, Jerry couldn't joke his way out. His eyes dropped. The moment was heavier than any slapstick chaos they'd shared before. This wasn't about winning. It was about accountability. Jerry realized something terrifying. Cleverness without loyalty turns into loneliness. He had always survived alone, but now he stood alone, truly alone. Tom and Spike didn't attack. That restraint hurt more than any revenge ever could. They walked away together, leaving Jerry trapped with his thoughts. The message was clear. Betrayal costs more than bruises. It costs trust. Jerry had won battles before, but this one, he lost something deeper: respect. And respect, once lost, is harder to chase than any cat-and-mouse game. The days that followed were different. The house felt balanced again, quieter, calmer. Tom was welcomed back. Spike watched over the yard with renewed purpose. They weren't best friends, but they understood each other now. Jerry noticed the change immediately. His tricks didn't land the same. His laughs felt hollow. Whenever he tried to create chaos, he found himself ignored, and that hurt more than being chased. Slowly, Jerry began to realize that survival wasn't about manipulation. It was about coexistence. The power dynamic had shifted. Tom and Spike didn't need revenge anymore. They had something stronger: unity. Jerry had learned the hardest lesson of all. Betrayal isolates, but cooperation builds strength. For the first time, Jerry hesitated before causing trouble, because now he understood the consequences. In the end, no one truly won, and that's what made the lesson powerful. Tom and Spike proved that enemies can become allies when pushed too far. Jerry learned that intelligence without integrity leads nowhere. The house returned to its familiar rhythm, but something had changed forever. Trust was now earned, not assumed. The chase continued, but with boundaries. Jerry still ran. Tom still chased. Spike still guarded. But betrayal? That line was never crossed again. Because once you unite the ones you divide, you create something unstoppable. And Jerry would never forget the day Tom and Spike stood together. Not in anger, but in strength.